Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Harrisburg. I know at this point you're asking yourself, why are we down here by the beautiful Susquehanna River? And the answer is because we are launching Kipona, and Kipona is all about the Susquehanna River in our beautiful natural setting that we have here in the capital of Pennsylvania. We are just a few feet from the Dock Street Dam, and I wanted to take a moment to celebrate this year that it is the 100th anniversary of the dam, because as the residents of Harrisburg were preparing for what was then called the Water Carnival in 1915, they christened that dam and they opened that dam at a press conference very like the one that we're having today 100 years ago. And what that dam did is it elevated the water level along the whole river here to allow for greater outdoor recreation. More canoeing, more boating, more racing, more swimming. There was a problem at that time before 1915 that during the summer, in a hot summer, the river would dry up and you could literally walk from shore to shore. But that dam solved that problem, and ever since then the river has taken the sort of character that we've come to know today. Also, in 1915, 100 years ago, when they opened that dam, they opened these steps and this walkway, which is 100 years old again today. The steps, which go all along the riverbank, were a sort of signature project of the original City Beautiful movement. And today we enjoy these steps, and many of you may or may not know, but underneath the steps is the sewer interceptor system, which was an amazing invention for 1915, which basically kept the sewage from the city of Harrisburg, rather than going directly into the river, going into a channel and then running along underneath these improved steps here. And I want to mark the 100th anniversary of these steps, along with Capital Region Water, to announce today that we are committed to working together to find funding to repair these steps. And we have already repaired a portion, which you can see right along here in Shipoke. Those of you that may jog or like to come out walking or fishing, you've already discovered this, but I think many people in the surrounding areas don't know that the city has already rebuilt this platform all the way from the South Bridge here all the way up until the Pinnacle Hospital. So that is stage one along Shipoke, stage 2 and 3 to come as we continue to partner with Capital Region Water. So 100 years ago, there was a call to action that sort of culminated with these steps, that dam, and then in 1916, to celebrate that, we renamed what was the Water Carnival Festival Kipona. And from 1916 on, the festival on a yearly basis was called Kipona, which was based on a Native American word which meant sparkling waters. So next year will be the 100th anniversary of Kipona. And I hope that over the course of this year, in time for next year's 100th anniversary of Kipona, we will be able to announce that we have secured funding from a variety of sources to help rebuild these steps right here on the riverfront. So with that context, I'd like to turn things over to Capital Region Water to talk a little bit about their spirit of revival and what they're doing to help restore the original mission of the Water Carnival and Kipona. And then we're going to turn things over to Devin Drabeck, who is our business development director for the city, who's going to talk to you about all the things that you can expect to see this year for the wonderful 3-day festival of Kipona. So we'll get things started with Shannon Williams from Capital Region Water, who is right there.
Right. Yes, thank you.
Yep.
Thank you, Mayor, and thanks for the great introduction of the City Beautiful movement. The City Beautiful movement was wonderful in my eyes because what it did was it took infrastructure needs, combined them with a community desire for beautification, recreation, and a love of the environment, put them together into several landmark projects here in the city of Harrisburg. We're looking to recapture that at Capital Region Water through what we're calling the City Beautiful H2O campaign. What that is trying to do is we have so many infrastructure improvements and needs in our system, including associated with the interceptor sewer that runs under our feet. We've talked before about combined sewer overflows. We've talked about wet weather. The City Beautiful H2O movement is trying to combine those needs with the desires of this community to green our areas, create recreation opportunities, and we're doing that through what we call, again, the City Beautiful H2O movement. A large part of that is public outreach and education. We want the community to understand what we're doing with the sewer rates that they pay. We want them to be involved in the decision making. Part of that outreach, a large component of that, is what we're calling the Raindrop to River Conservation Carnival. We're excited to be hosting this for the second year in a row. We're looking to grow it even more as years move on. The Conservation Carnival is a family-friendly event, has lots of mini carnival games where you can, at the same time as having fun, learn a little bit about water quality and infrastructure issues. We will also have, pertinent to a day like today, our drinking water tap bar. And that will allow anybody that comes to get a taste of our wonderful, high-quality drinking water here in the city. I encourage you to bring your own refillable bottles. If not, we do have some disposables, but again, with an eye on the environment, if we can encourage you to bring your own bottles, or if you participate in our games and work your way through, you could choose as a prize a reusable water bottle. We will also have our misting tent to cool off. So we've got many activities. We hope to bring some public in to have fun and learn a little bit on the side. And as the mayor mentioned, we are working strongly together to embrace this idea from the last century of combining infrastructure with community projects for a greater Harrisburg area. So thank you, Mayor. I look forward to this year's Kipona.
Thank you, Shannon, and we all look forward to tasting the best water anywhere in the world right here in Harrisburg. Come, bring your bottles, drink free water. It's going to be a warm weekend. Enjoy the misting tent and enjoy the Conservation Carnival, which again is based on the 100-year-old tradition of the Water Carnival that was started right here in Harrisburg. Next, I would like to introduce our Business Development Director, Devin Drabeck, to talk a little bit about Kipona. Let me just say that one of the priorities which the city had in establishing Kipona for yet another year was that it not be a burden on the taxpayers. And as a result, we looked to the generosity of wonderful stewards of the community here in Harrisburg to help fund this Kipona. And I'm pleased to say that this Kipona was funded entirely or almost entirely by donations from concerned citizens that wanted to be supportive of the community at large. To tell you more about that effort and what to expect at Kipona, Devin Drabeck.
Thank you very much. Well, we're only days away from the Kipona Festival, so I know a lot of you have been checking out the city website and looking around for more information. And I just wanted to give you a rundown of events and tell you about the sponsors who made this year's event possible. First of all, this year's Kipona is going to be a little bit different. It's on Riverfront Park and City Island. We have a lot going on, so we divided among both. It's going to be held from noon until 9 p.m. on Saturday and Sunday, and from noon to 6 on Monday. Parking is available on City Island for a discounted rate of $3 all day. You can also park on city streets. On Saturday, you can use the Pango app and use the city's Love HBG, that's LUV HBG code in your Pango app for 4 free hours of street parking anywhere in the city. There's also discounted parking at the Market Square Garage. That's $10 a day. So lots of different parking opportunities. Come on down. Standing with me today are organizers of the many Kipona side events, as well as the sponsors who made this year's event possible. I want to take a moment and specifically thank the top sponsors, which were PHFA and Highmark this year. Their support went a long way in getting this event off the ground and making it possible for us to host a full 3-day event. I also want to thank the other generous sponsors who came forward and helped us do this. Pinnacle Health, Belco, Capital Region Water, Mid-Penn Bank, PSECU, and the Downtown Improvement District. They all played a vital role in putting this event on. I also want to thank BRP Entertainment for their work in putting on the live music stage this year, which I'll talk about in just a moment. Okay. On City Island, guests can look forward to the Native American Powwow, which will be all 3 days. That's going to include music, dancing, arts, and crafts, so come on out. A complete schedule of that event is available on the website. There's going to be live music at the Riverboats Paddle Wheel Cafe. The City Island vendors will, of course, be running specials all weekend, so go ahead and check them out. And the Senators are having games every single day. So we've got a lot going on City Island. And of course, the fireworks that everyone looks forward to. That's going to be Sunday night at sunset. So come on over to City Island or Riverfront Park to enjoy those. Simultaneously on Riverfront Park, we're going to have a huge live music stage organized by BRP Entertainment. We have over 12 bands coming to perform there over the 3 days. So it's a full lineup. Come on out and check it out. And of course, this is all free. We're going to have food, product, and art vendors spread all the way from Kunkel Plaza, where the live music stage is, all the way up to the Market Street Bridge. Next to the Walnut Street Bridge is going to be a kids festival, and that was sponsored by Highmark, so we're greatly appreciating their support there. We're going to have the cobblestone players, music, balloon artists, characters, all sorts of fun stuff for the whole family and kids of all ages, so come on out for that. Of course, Capital Region's Water Carnival that you heard about a little bit earlier ago. Last year, that was their first year, and we really enjoyed partnering with them and are excited to have them back. We've also got basketball tournaments on Saturday, and on Monday, we've got 2 special events happening. We've got the canoe races in the morning and the Festival of India, which a lot of you are probably familiar with, so come on down to check that out. Again, an hourly agenda of all Kipona activities is available at the city's website, harrisburgpa.gov, so go ahead and check that out. New events are still being added, so there'll be updates coming almost every day, so go ahead and download that. And thank you again to the countless sponsors and volunteers who made this year's event possible.
Thank you, Devin. That was very informative. I'll just highlight a couple additional things which you've already said, but I think are very important. First of all, parking at meters is completely free on Sunday, completely free on Monday, and free on Saturday if you use the city's discount code in the Pango app. 4 hours of free parking by typing in LUVHBG. But you need to have a Pango app on your phone, and you need to pay by mobile app at the meters. If that's too complicated, park on City Island for $3 a day. It's a discounted rate worked out with the Senators. Very simple, very easy. There'll be plenty of parking for all. Again, there are activities on both City Island and the riverfront. I want to say I'm especially looking forward to a couple of different things this year. One, of course, is the Festival of India. The finest food, perhaps anywhere in the festival, at the Festival of India, which is something that I'm really looking forward to. And I will be participating in the parade and festivities this year. Also, we have Chris Franklin here, current Harlem Globetrotter, not to be mistaken as anything other than a current Harlem Globetrotter, who tells me today that the reception for that has been great and that the tournament is pretty much fully booked. They may be looking for 1 or 2 more teams, but it's going to be a great event. So come on out and support that event, because the proceeds that are raised in that basketball tournament are going to come right back here to help the city and help support our parks and playgrounds here in Harrisburg, and that's through the generosity of Chris Franklin. So thank you very much for that, and we look forward to it. So it's going to be nonstop fun. I hope everyone's excited to come out. We're going to have great weather. We're celebrating our history this year, and remember, next year will be the 100th anniversary of Kipona, so we'll plan something extra special for next year. Thank you all for coming out. Let's have a wonderful weekend. Look forward to seeing everybody there.